All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're checking sound. We are live. I see the video on PCCS live stream. Checking for audio now. Okay, we've got audio. And some changes to today's broadcast. Schedule was supposed to be varsity, then JV, then middle school, and it looks like because the schedule was posted that way, not everybody's here, as would be expected. And so, for some reason, maybe the other team isn't all here either. I'm not sure, but either way, we're going to have to go with the flow. And I think this first game is going to be a modified JV roster. And then the second game will be another modified JV roster, and then the final game will be varsity roster. So I'm not privy to all of the details of what's going on, and the coaches are busy trying to work that out with both teams. So really, it's not a priority to understand that. Just know that the initial roster and the initial game schedule may not exactly match what we're doing, but that's all right. Still going to be a great day and some great games. This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri, 65613. Phone number 417-777-2330. Our website is polkcountychristianschool.org. All rights reserved. You are watching PCCS TV. Today's games are at Lighthouse Christian Athletics, or Lighthouse Christian Chargers, Republic, Missouri, hosted at the Student Center for Calvary Baptist Church on 60 Highway, just west of Republic, Missouri. Today's games, all three games, will be Lighthouse Christian Chargers hosting Polk County Christian School Knights. And we should be about 5 minutes till game time if we start on time. Well, I'm testing my camera, and it looks like we're having an issue with camera. So we're going to troubleshoot that. It'll be just a minute. We may end up having a reset.
Is it live?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Had a player interrupting. All right, folks, I am going to reset, I think. Give me just a minute. Obviously, that's not the camera I want. There we go. All right. Good. We did not have to stop the broadcast and start over. Waiting on my Wi-Fi so that I can double check the feed that's actually going out to the internet and confirm that my camera is going as expected. camera is good to the internet. So as always, PCCS athletes, spectators, and families strive to set a Christian example at all times. On behalf of the school board, teachers, and all who have invested time, effort, finances, and prayers, we appreciate the opportunity to have a part in establishing a foundation in the lives of our students through Christian education. Polk County Christian School glorifies God through excellence as a Christ-centered educational environment that emphasizes servant leadership with a biblical worldview. And it looks like the Knights are on the court for a warm-up, so the game should be starting soon. And it looks like the roster for this game is going to be Peyton Gray, number 15, Autumn Froelich, number 00, Hannah Hale, number 3, Naomi Presley, number 7, Hope Froelich, number 99. Macy Schultz, number 33. Lenny Russ, number 16. And Nora Everson, number 10. The Lady Knights are coached by Jill Cribbs and Vanessa Gray. Volunteering today for the Lady Knights is Coach Brian Gray in the stands. He's going to run the scoreboard that you see at the bottom of your screen. He's got a device over there feeding the internet with the score and keeping us current through the game. And then we also have Deb Everson on the scorer's table, volunteering for the Lady Knights as looks like scorekeeper or statistician, not sure which. There is a manual scoreboard over there. And so as the table is pointed, as the cameras are pointed that way, you may be able to see that on camera and also see the in-venue score in case there's a discrepancy, if they make a mistake or we make a mistake. We'll go with the official scoreboard. I do know that they tried to get the venue scoreboard that you see above the scorer's table working before the game. They spent considerable effort trying to get that going, but I think they're missing a part or a piece that connects the scoreboard at the scorer's table to the scoreboard up above. When we're at a venue that has a scoreboard working like that, we would normally point a separate camera at that scoreboard and just leave that running down below instead of depending on somebody to manually update another one on the internet. Good turnout in the stands today for the Lady Knights versus the Lighthouse Christian Chargers. The Knights are coming off the court, meeting with the coach. I don't know if the Chargers are going to have a warm-up or if they've already had theirs. Looks like they may be taking the court for a warm-up. I do not have a roster for the Chargers, so we'll refer to them by number if we have an opportunity to comment on their play. And we got some varsity Knights out to shag some balls for the Chargers. Very nice. We appreciate seeing good sportsmanship. Well, while we're waiting for the game to start, I'd like to take a brief moment to thank some of our sponsors at Polk County Christian School for helping us provide the Christian education that we provide for students in our area. Our platinum sponsors are KYOO AM/FM in Bolivar, Needmore Vacations, Shell and Hammer Construction, and Womack Monuments. And our gold level sponsors are Bill Roberts Chevrolet, Bolivar, Missouri. Edwards Jones, also in Bolivar. Mid-Missouri Bank, they're throughout southwest Missouri, but they do have a branch in Bolivar, Missouri. Shelter Insurance, Craig Lehman on Springfield Avenue, downtown Bolivar. Stewart's Custom Designs, also in the Bolivar area. And Wild Man Plumbing. Everybody at Polk County Christian School appreciates all of our sponsors. We have some more that we'll go over later in the game or between matches. You'll see a lot of these sponsors come to light even more so during our annual auction fundraiser, which is every March. That's a major fundraising event for Polk County Christian School. Talking about fundraising, one of the big deals that we're fundraising right now is to rehab the building we just bought for a second facility at Polk County Christian. We have purchased a building next door to our existing school and need the space for additional classrooms because the attendance has just blossomed. So it'll be great to get some additional funding and really make some progress on getting that open, hopefully this year or next. Looks like we're still going to be in warm-up for just a couple more minutes. Let's look at the schedule for upcoming events real quick for the Lady Knights Volleyball. Well, all right. We'll go over the schedule either between matches or between games. Looks like we're about ready to start. The referee has taken their place. And we're in position where we could see the referee, so we might be able to see the signals once in a while. I'll be honest with you folks, I don't know the rules and I don't know the signals well, so I'm kind of limited in what I'm able to provide as far as play-by-play and announcing, but we'll do what we can. And I believe that roster that I read at the start of the live stream is an accurate final roster for this first game for the Lady Knights. This is a mix of the middle school and JV team. Looks like all the players are going to the center circle for one last prayer. All right, folks, it's game time. And the serve goes to... I don't see the ball yet. Looks like serve goes to PCCS for the start of the match. Hannah Hale, number 3, up to serve. And a beautiful serve from Hannah. The ball is up and it's good. That's an ace. One serving 0. Oh, it was out, so it's Chargers. I had thought Anna's ball was in. I didn't look at the signal from the ref. All right. It's 2 serving 0. And 3 serving 0. Serves up, and Hope Froelich under that, a little too much oomph, and 4 serving 0. Good effort, good dive from Hope's part. Number 99 for the Lady Knights. Serve is up, and it's into the middle of the court. 5 serving 0. Serve is up, and that was Autumn going for it. Her sister Hope was right next to her, and that's a point for the Lady Knights. Score is 1 serving 5. Lenny Rust back to serve for the Lady Knights. She comes to the near side of the serving line. She likes to serve from this side. Serve is up, and it's good. And it's over. Hannah Hale with a return, and back to over to Autumn Fralick. Not quite in, but close. Good effort for the Lady Knights. It'll be 6 serving 1. Chargers. And their serve is up. And it's good over to Hannah Hale. Hannah up to Macy. Macy over to Naomi. Not quite over the net. Seven serving 1. Serve is up. And Lenny Rust jumping forward for that. Now it's back over to Hannah. Hannah to Macy. Macy back to Hannah. Hannah into the net. 8 serving 1. And timeout on the Lady Knights. All right, the players are back on the court. Chargers serve. 8 serving 1. Serve is up and just over the net. Found a hole in the court. Chargers number 4 back up to serve. Serve is up and Hannah Hale under it to Macy Schultz. Macy back to Hannah. Hannah, gentle bump across. Chargers number 1 to number 30. 30 over to 54. Back over to Hannah. Hannah to Macy. Macy to Autumn, and Autumn almost over. The point for the Chargers. Chargers number 4 back to serve. Serve is up. And it's good. Hannah Hale under it to Macy. Macy back to Hannah. Hannah bumps it across. Chargers number 0 over to 30. 30 back to 0. 0 sends it across to Hannah. Hannah over, and it's out. Close to the line, but not quite in. Chargers number 4. Serve is up. And it's back over to Hannah. Hannah up to Macy again. Macy back to a hole in the court. 12 serving 0. I lost track. Number 4 with the serve again. Serve is up, and it's over to Autumn. Autumn up to Macy. Macy across to the Chargers, and Chargers get it back to Hannah. Hannah back up to Macy. Macy up to Hannah. Hannah over, and now it's Macy into the net. And Naomi trying to get it out of the net. Couldn't quite get it there. Good effort. 13 serving 1. Number 4 with the serve. Serve is up, and it's good to the center of the court. Hannah's under it. Over to Macy. Macy back to Hannah. Hannah bumps it over. And number 61 over to 30. 30 to 0. 0 back to Lenny. Lenny up to Macy. Macy back to Lenny, and Lenny puts it across to the Chargers. Chargers saving it from inbounds. It's into the roof, and I think the roof threw them off. They tried to salvage that, and they could have. But I think the roof kind of adjusted the ball's trajectory. So Naomi moving back to serve for the Lady Knights. 2 serving 13. Serve is up, and it's a good serve. And Chargers can't quite get it, so that's going to be 3 serving 13. Point for Naomi. Serve is up and into the back court. Number 61 over to 30, 30 over to 54, 54 across to Hannah. Hannah to Macy, Macy up to, that was Hope. Hope gets it across. Now it's Hannah over to the Chargers. Chargers back to Hope. Hope sends it over. Chargers bringing it back to Hannah. Hannah up to Hope. And over to 54, 54 up to 1, I believe. Hannah gets it back over to Macy, Macy to Hannah, and Hannah back across to the Chargers. And the Chargers send it back to Hannah. Hannah over to Macy. Macy sets it up. Hannah sends it across. And point for the Chargers. It was in. So it's 4 serving 13. Naomi's back to serve for the Chargers. And serve is up. And it's across over to Macy. Macy almost over the net. Hope thought it was across, and I could see that. All right, number 54 for the Chargers moving back to serve. 14 serving 4. Serve is up, and it's good. And that was Macy under it. Nora and Hannah trying to both get it. And they get it across, found a hole on the court, so it's a point for the Lady Knights. 5 serving 14. Macy Schultz moving back to serve for the Lady Knights. Serve is up. Good serve for Macy Schultz. And it's across and back to the middle of the court. Point for the Chargers. Serving 5. Number 30 is going to rotate back and serve for the Chargers. Serve is up, and it's into the middle of the court. Lenny's under it, and not over, so it falls down. Number 30 back to serve again for the Chargers. 16 serving 5. Serve is up. Nora Everson under it, over to Hope, and Hope sends it almost over, but not quite. Point for the Chargers. 17 serving 5. And looks like a timeout. All right, players are back on the court. Chargers, number 30, back in serving position. Ref says go. Serve is up, and it's good. Hope, that was Autumn Froelich getting under it. Great return from Autumn. And Chargers into the roof again. Point for the Lady Knights, 6 serving 17. Looks like Lady Knights are going to side out. Macy Schultz stepping out, and Hope Froelich moving back to serve, number 99. And serve is up, and it's, I thought it was over. Looked like a really good serve. Good effort. All right, Chargers are going to rotate, and number 1, I think, is moving back to serving line. Yes, Chargers number 1. 18 serving 6. Serve is up, and it is a good serve, and Knights send it back over. And the Chargers bring it back over. Hope gets under it, sends it up front. And that was Peyton tipping it across the net for a good point. Great job by Lady Knights. Hope and Peyton on that. And Sonora Everson's going to rotate back and serve for the Lady Knights. Serve is up. Looks like that was an ace for the Lady Knights. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to adjust my volume here so it's not quite as staticky. But I'm struggling. I don't have all my software today. Not all of it's working in this venue with the Wi-Fi. All right. Serves up, and it's Chargers send it back to Peyton. Peyton over to Hannah. Hannah over to Lenny, and the ball is out. Point for the Chargers. Chargers, I can't see their server. There she is. Number 0 with the serve. It's a good serve over to Hannah. Hannah to Peyton. I'm not sure if Peyton got on that and helped it across or not on that return, but it was a point for the Chargers. So Hannah Hale moving it back to serve for the, I'm sorry, it was a point for the Lady Knights. So it is 9 serving 19. Hannah Hale, serve is up. It's a good serve over to Peyton. Peyton right back across. Peyton found a hole in the court and made a point. Hannah Hill's going to go back and serve again. 10 serving 19. Serve is up, and it's good. And the Chargers sending it back over. Peyton there for the block, but it wasn't needed. Point for the Lady Knights. 11 serving 19. Serve is up, it's good, and Chargers working it up front, and 61, not quite under it. Point for the Lady Knights. 12, serving 19. Hannah Hill switching it up, moving to this side for the serve, and it's good. Back to the back line, they get it. Keep it in, and no, it's into the net. Point for the Lady Knights. 13, serving 19. Hannah Hill, serve is up, and it's over. Inside, and Peyton's there for the block, but it's not needed. Another point for the Lady Knights. 14, serving 19. Hannah's going back to the other side of the serving line, changing it up. And it's up, and it's good. And the Chargers send it back. Autumn sends it back over to the Chargers, and they're trying to bring it over. They get it across. Hope sends it back to the Chargers. Chargers bringing it. Third bump, and it's across to Peyton. Peyton up to Hannah. Hannah back over to Peyton. Peyton sending it across, and Chargers are under it, and they're trying to get it back across. They do, and that's Hannah over to Lenny. Lenny over to Peyton. Peyton across to the back corner, and it's wide, so it's a point for the Lady Knights. 15 serving 19. What a great volley for both teams, ending with a point for the Lady Knights. Hannah Hill moving back to serve again. She's under the basket this time, and she's going to serve it. And it's up, and it's good. It's across. Chargers sending it back. Autumn's under it. She gets out of the way, and Hannah got it and sends it over to Peyton. Peyton sends it to a hole on the Chargers side, so it's 16 serving 19. Timeout. I didn't see who called the timeout. Been a good game so far, a struggle for the Knights, but they're still in it and they're not giving up. Coach Brian Gray going across and moving the water bottle out from in front of the scoreboard. Makes it a little easier to see that. That's helpful. Hannah Hill coming back to serve as soon as the Chargers are back out on the court. They're breaking their huddle and they're coming out. She's moving back to this side of the basket. 16 serving 19. The serve is up. It's back and inside of another ace from Hannah. 17 serving 19. It's a 2-point game now. Hannah's back to serve again. Serve is up and it's good. And Chargers are under it. 61's getting it and she's putting it over to 30. 30 sends it back to Hannah. Hannah up to Lenny. Lenny over to Peyton. Peyton sends it across to the Chargers, the back far court. And they're bringing it back across, but it's into the net. Well, they save it, but it's out of bounds. Point for the Lady Knights, 18 serving 19. Hannah's going to see if we can tie the game. This will be the first match, 2 out of 3. 18 serving 19, the ball is up, it's to the back corner. Chargers across to Peyton. Peyton sends it over, but it's out of bounds. So it'll be 20 serving 18. And Chargers number 61 moving back to serve. And the serve is up. It's good. Peyton's under it. Up to Hannah. Hannah setting it up for Peyton. Peyton sends it across. Found a hole on the court, and it's Lady Knights serve again. It'll be 19 serving 20. And we've got Lenny Rust moving back to serve, number 16. She's coming to the near side of the serving line. Serve is up and almost over the net. It'll be 21 serving 19. Number 4 rotating back for the Chargers. She's going to serve. And the serve is up and it is out. Point for the Lady Knights. 20 serving 21. Naomi Presley, number 7, moving back to serve for the Lady Knights. Serve is up and a good serve. Center of the court. Chargers under it. They're setting it up for a play and third hit. It's no good. So that's a point for the Lady Knights. It's a tie game, 21 all. Naomi Presley. Serve is up, and that's a good serve. Chargers are under it. They're setting it up for a play. It's across, and it was just inside. I believe that was the point for the Chargers. Yep, that is correct. I couldn't really see with the line judge in the way, and I wasn't paying attention for the call, but it was inside. 54 is going to rotate back for the Chargers. Serving 22, serving 21. Serve is up, and it is over to Hannah. Hannah over to Peyton. Peyton up to Hope, and Hope sends it across, out, and point for the Chargers. 23, serving 21. Serve is up, and it's out, and a point for the Lady Knights. Peyton Gray moving back to serve for the Lady Knights. 22 serving 23. Peyton has had some fabulous serving experiences this year. Hopefully this will be one of them. And there's an ace for Peyton. 23-23. Serve is up, and it is good. Skimmed right over the net, straight into a hole. 24, serving 23. All right, timeout for the Lady Knights. I'm not sure who called the timeout, but this will be match point, possibly. All right, Peyton Gray up to serve for match point. 24 serving 23. The serve is up. Beautiful serve. And Chargers send it out the back of the court. That's a match. Lady Knights come out on top 25-23 for the first match. That was a pretty impressive comeback for them. They trailed for most of the game, but stayed in it. What a good effort. We should be starting match 2 shortly. Again, this will be the best 2 out of 3. We have 3 games today. We're scheduled for 3 games. And due to arrival times and everything, I'm not sure how we're doing this. Looks like this is a blended roster from middle school and junior varsity for this game. And I think the next game will also be a blended roster. It may be some of the other players that are not participating in this one, some of the other players that were not here yet. Obviously, as soon as that next game starts, we'll announce who's on that roster. We do expect to be live for these games today. And looking at the schedule real quick for upcoming games, this week, on Monday, we have a game, Lady Knights versus Buffalo Homeschool. And I believe that's going to be at Bolivar First Assembly in Springfield on the east side of, in Bolivar, on the east side of Springfield Avenue, across from SBU, and just a couple doors south of Dairy Queen. That'll be in their gym, their NX gym building. And that will not be live streamed. It won't be available to live stream or record that. And that's going to be all 3 teams. And then sorry, I just backed up on the schedule. And okay, the next event should be on Tuesday, high school and junior varsity at Riverview Christian School in Forsyth. That'll be high school and JV games. And let me check the calendar and see if that's going to be live streamed or not. I'm thinking that one is not live. And I am not sure if we'll have somebody available to record that or not. If possible, I'll get that recorded and then upload it later. Yeah, so that will not be live streamed on Tuesday the 16th. If we can get it recorded, we'll record it and we'll upload it as soon as we're available. Then we have Friday games at Mount Vernon. Further tournament activity on Friday the 19th. That'll be PCCS versus OTCA Firecrackers. Well, and LCC Navy, which would be some of these girls that we're playing today. And then also, I'm trying to use a Game Changer app, and it doesn't want to work real well on a Windows laptop. That's what my studio runs on, so that's what I've got available right now. And then there's also, I think, another game or 2 that evening on Friday. Okay, Lady Knights are back on the court for this. This is match 2 of 2. Score is 0-0. And I believe the serve goes to the Chargers. That is correct. 61 is back to the serving line for the Chargers. And the Lady Knights are going to rotate. Correction, they're going to side out. Okay. So we're starting with, for this match, we're starting with Peyton, Nora, Autumn, Lenny, Hannah, and Hope. And 61 back for the serve. 0-0. And serve is up. It's over to Lenny. Lenny up front to Hope. And it's into the net. Point for the Chargers. 1 serving 0. Serve is up. Hannah sends it back across to the Chargers. Chargers setting it up. Oh, they bring it over to Hannah. Hannah over to Peyton. Peyton back to Hannah, and Hannah sends it across. Chargers getting under it, and they're sending it back over. It's to Peyton. Peyton over to Hannah. Hannah over to Nora, and not quite over. Good effort for Nora. Good teamwork for the Lady Knights. Number 61 for the Chargers, back for the serve. 2 serving 0. And serve is up. It's back to Autumn, and it's out. Point for the Chargers. 3 serving 0. 61 back for the serve again. And the serve is up, and it's over to Lenny. Lenny over to Hannah. Hannah puts it up in the air for Lenny. Lenny back across to the Chargers. Chargers sending it across, and Nora with a good effort on just tipping it straight across, but not quite. That's all right. 4 serving 0. Chargers 61. Serve is up. It's over to Hope, and it's out. 5 serving 0. Up to serve. Serve is up. Center court, it's to Lenny. Back across to the Chargers. Chargers over to Hope. Hope tips it up to Peyton. Peyton back across. And the Chargers tipping it back over. And Peyton with a beautiful save, but it's out. Good effort for Peyton. She was on the floor digging for that. Not quite enough control and aim, and we couldn't quite get to it in time. So it's 6 serving 0. Serve is up. Over to Lenny. Lenny over to Peyton. Peyton back to Lenny. Lenny across to the Chargers. And into the center of the court. Found a hole. It's going to be a point for the Lady Knights. Hannah Hale back to serve for the Lady Knights. 1 serving 6. Hannah Hale wearing number 3. Lady Knights did a side out and brought in Macy Schultz for Peyton Gray. Macy's up front on the left side of the net from our perspective. Front row is Macy, Nora, and Hope. Serve is up from Hannah. Mid-court for the Chargers, and point for the Lady Knights. They tried to get it up front row and just tip it across gently, but missed that tip. Good effort, though. I don't know that we'd have been able to catch that if they'd have got it. Hannah's back to this side of the serving line, and serve is up. Another good serve for Hannah. It's in the back row, and Chargers setting it up and bring it across. It's deep, and it was in. It was on the line. Clearly it was in. All right, point for the Chargers. Score is 7 serving 2. Number 4 moving back to serve for the Chargers. Serve is up. It's good. It's over to Macy. Macy up front to Hannah. Hannah over to Nora, and Nora sends it across at the last second. And Chargers back to Nora, who sends it straight across with a kill shot, and it's a point. Lady Knights serving again. 3 serving 7. And it looks like Hope Froelich is going to move back to serve. Number 99. Serve is up. A good serve. And Chargers, they're under it. They're setting it up for a play, and they bring it across. And Hope moving up to get it, and a beautiful save for Hope. Sends it across to the Chargers, and that's a point. Hope's going to go back and serve again. is up, a beautiful serve once again, and Chargers sending it back to Hannah. Hannah back over to the Chargers, and Lenny sending it back to Hope, and sometimes we need to talk louder, but that's okay. Good teamwork. Don't want to see anyone get hurt. I appreciate them being careful on the court. Number 54 rotating back for the Chargers. Serve is up, and it's over. Lenny under it, sends it over to Hannah. Hannah putting it up for Lenny, and Lenny across, and a good slam for Lenny, and a point for the Lady Knights, and it is now 5 serving 8. And looks like Nora Everson, number 10, moving back to serve for the Lady Knights. Serve is up, good serve, and Chargers are under it. They get it back across. Hannah returns it to the Chargers. They're bumping it over, and number 61 sends it over to Macy. Macy gets it across. Chargers get it into the net, get it out of the net and over, but it's out of bounds. Nice effort on the return for the Chargers. That was number 30 with the Chargers. I think the net kind of threw her aim off, so Nora's back to serve again, 6 serving 8. And the serve is over, and it's good. Number 30 putting it up. And, well, the Chargers did what we just did a couple plays ago. A couple of players not wanting to hit each other. 7 serving 8. Nora Everson on the serving line. And the serve is up once again. Good serve. Number 30 sent it across the 0. 0 over to Macy. Macy up to Lenny. Lenny setting it up for Macy, and Macy puts it back across. Chargers bumping it along the front row, and it's out. Good effort. Folks, both these teams are really playing pretty well today. Nora Everson serving, and the serve is skimming the line, and it is out of bounds on the Chargers. Point for the Lady Knights, and the Lady Knights, I believe, take the lead. Yep, 9 serving 8. First lead this match. Last match, they trailed most of the game until the very end. Okay, serve is up. Another good serve from Nora. Chargers, number 30, she's sending it across, but it hit the roof and came back down, and they weren't ready for that. They thought it was across, and it would have been if it hadn't been for the roof there. So it is 10 serving 8. Nora Everson still on the serving line. Serve is up. It's another good serve into the center court. Chargers setting it up. Number 30 tips it across. Hannah puts it back over. 54 up to 30. 30 over to 0. And 0 tried to kill shot, but it was into the net. So that's 11 serving 8, I believe. Correct. 11 serving 8. All right. Nora Everson having a good run here. And serve is up. Another good serve into the center court. And it's out of bounds on the Chargers. 12 serving 8. And another good serve. And that one's out of bounds also. Nora found a sweet spot on their side of the court. Timeout. I think that's on the Chargers. Looks like they may be trying to give Nora time to cool off. 13 serving 8 when we come back from timeout. In the meantime, looking at the schedule for upcoming events. The tentative basketball schedule was just released to me by Coach. I'm trying to get it onto Game Changer. That should be on Game Changer in the next few days. And we'll see if we can get a schedule. Coach Gray has asked me to coordinate a schedule for the volleyball teams to combine all 3 schedules into one location. I'm struggling to get that done. If we can get that done, we'll hit that up for volleyball and for basketball. Once I get it figured out, it should happen for all teams. Not all basketball and all volleyball together, but a basketball schedule, a volleyball schedule. Actually, it'll be probably a boys basketball schedule, a girls basketball schedule, and then a volleyball schedule. Additional upcoming scheduling items after the Friday tournament on the 15th in Mount Vernon. The girls will have a volleyball game home versus Aurora at Bolivar Middle School. All right, players are back on the court. Nora Everson back to serve again. and it is 13 serving 8. Serve is up. Another good serve for Nora. Center court for the Chargers, and they send it back across, and it's into the back corner. Nora trying to get under it, but it's out. Great effort for the Chargers. That was a good serve for Nora. She had a really good run there. And looks like number 30 for the Chargers rotating back to serve. 9 serving 13. Serve is up. And Hope sends it straight back to the Chargers. And Hope's going to take the serve for the Lady Knights. And it looks like Peyton Gray is rotating in for the Knights. Yep, Peyton's going to take the serve that Hope so graciously got back for us. So it is now 14 serving 9. Peyton on the serving line. Serve is up. Good serve. Hope has Peyton has a pretty good overhand serve. And she is absolutely maturing with that serve. Another serve, and it is up and in. That was just inside the line. Good aim. 16 serving 9. It's still absolutely anybody's game, but this is a nice comfort zone that the Knights have built so far. Peyton back on the serving line. And the serve is up. And, the Charger is able to save that and bring it across. And they send it back over again. Lenny gets under it, sends it Peyton. Peyton across into the backcourt. Chargers getting under it and sending it over. And it's a volley. Peyton up to Lenny. Lenny back to Peyton. Peyton sending it across to the sideline, but it's in. Chargers getting it back across. That was Lenny back to Autumn. Autumn over to the Chargers. Chargers tipping it across to Lenny. Lenny over to Hannah. Hannah back to Lenny. And Lenny spiking it. It hit the net and just dribbled right over. Point for the Lady Knights. 17 serving 9. Peyton's serve is up just across the line. Charges under at 30, trying to get it back, and just out of bounds. Peyton Gray, 18 serving 9. Serve is up. Another one skimming across the net. That power serve, it's hard to get under that and hit it back with some accuracy. It's out of bounds on the Chargers, 19 serving 9. And timeout for not sure which team. They may be trying to give Peyton a chance to cool down. Got a good turnout here in the spectator crowd for the Lady Knights and the Chargers. And some on the far end of the gym, and some on the near end of the gym, including one of our all-time favorite fans, Jordan, watching the game and having a snack. We love to see our Lady Knights fans at the games and participating from the stands, cheering and showing some fabulous sportsmanship. It's one thing I got to say about this school is all the spectators have excellent sportsmanship. I don't ever hear anyone arguing with a ref or yelling at the players other than to cheer them on, positive and encouraging. All right, serve to the Lady Knights, Peyton Gray. Oh, it looks like the Lady Knights are going to rotate side out. Macy Schultz coming in for the Lady Knights. She's going to go to serve. Number 33, the serve is up and just across the net, and good serve. Chargers sending it back to Lenny. Lenny over to Hope. Hope back to the Chargers. And Chargers bringing it across, and it was in. I get Autumn's question and letting it go because it was close to the line. But a fair call is a fair call, and that was in. Number 1's going to rotate back for the Chargers. Going to be 10 serving 19. Serve is is up and into the net. Lenny Rust is going to rotate back for the Lady Knights and serve for the Knights. Number 16 on the near side of the serving line. Serve is up and a good serve. Powerful serve, and they couldn't quite get it back across. Good effort on the Chargers' part. So it is 20 serving 10. Lenny's getting the serve back. And the serve is up. Another good power serve, and that one was out. All right, point for the Chargers. 11 serving 21. Serve is up. It's over to Autumn in the corner. Autumn up to Macy. Macy over to Hannah. Hannah tried to get under it. Looks like it was on our side of the net. Hannah couldn't quite get under it and get it out of the net at the time. Good effort. 0 serving for the Chargers. Serve is up. It's over to Macy. Macy takes it across. Chargers bringing it back over, and they get it over. Found a hole on our side of the court. Point for the Chargers. 13 serving 21. Number 0 for the Chargers. Serving again. Serve is up, and it's a good hard serve back to Autumn. Autumn up to Hannah. Hannah there for a gentle tip across the net. Macy gets it back, sends it up to Hannah. Hannah across to the Chargers. And Chargers send it across and found a hole near the net. That was a good strategic point for the Chargers. Number 0, 14 serving 21 from the Chargers. Serve is up, and it's a good serve. Autumn under it, over to her sister Hope, who wasn't quite in position for it. Good effort for the Knights, and timeout. That may have been on Coach Gray. We come back from timeout, it'll be Chargers serve, 15 serving 21. Coach Jill Cribbs giving some words of wisdom to the Chargers. Sorry, I feel like on my end there's a little more static. I just tried adjusting the volume just there. I put it back down. We'll see if that's better. All right. Everybody's back on the court. Chargers serve, 0 on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's into the net. Point for the Lady Knights. 22 serving 15. And Naomi Presley, number 7, moving back to serve. She had a good serving streak earlier. See if she can replicate that. Serves up, and a good serve for Naomi. It's over to the Chargers. They're bumping it to try and get it across. Couldn't quite do it. Couple of high bumps, and then not quite over the net. Naomi back to serve again, 23, serving 15. Naomi's serve is up, and it's good, and found a hole in the back court for the Chargers. It was a good serve. That was an ace for Naomi. 24, serving 15. Naomi back. See if she can get match point. Serves up. Another good serve for Naomi. Chargers getting under it. They send it across. Lenny's putting it back up front to Nora. Nora across to the Chargers. Chargers bumping it up, and they're going to bring it back across. And that's Macy sending it over. Chargers tipping it back over to that was Hope. Hope with the match point. Hope Freilich with that match point. And the Chargers come out on top. Two matches, 25-15 on the second match. So that'll be a game for this modified JV roster. What a great game. Peyton Gray, Hope Froelich, Nora Everson, Lenny Rust, Hannah Hale, Macy Schultz, and Naomi Presley on that roster. All right, folks, we're going to stop this live stream. We'll be back for the next game, Lady Knights versus Chargers. As always, this broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, all rights reserved.